Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use the Vercel firewall to protect your site from DDoS attacks. Okay, recently I got DDoSed by someone out there on the internet, and well, a DDoS stands for Distributed Denial of Service Attack. And basically a DDoS attack works in the following way. So a user creates like a script or like a bot, and they just try to attack like an endpoint, like an API endpoint with a lot of calls, a lot of requests, and they just overwhelm the server. Okay, and when this happens, maybe you have ChatGPT in one of your endpoints, right? So ChatGPT charges you per request. So they just do like, I don't know, maybe like 1 million requests to that endpoint. So then you see like a lot of like the price, like the cost is gonna go up, right? And you're gonna run out of money and credits for ChatGPT, and that's gonna be on you. So that's basically what happened to me. And at the same time, they just do like a lot of requests. And if you have like a different service, let's say that you have an endpoint to generate images, right? And maybe you use DALL-E, the DALL-E endpoint, right? It's a ChatGPT endpoint as well. So they charge you per image generated, right? So let's say that someone attacks your site, right? And they just do like 500,000 requests to that endpoint. So then that's gonna be like 500,000 requests to DALL-E endpoint, and then you're gonna have to pay for that. So basically what you will get on your site is a lot of like 429 requests. So you'll see like the 429 request, which means too many requests. So you'll see that on your server. If you go to your site and then you go to logs, you should see like at 429 requests. Okay, so if you go to your logs, you know, sometimes you see the IP of the person who's like trying to hit the endpoint. Okay, so let's say, I don't know, maybe the IP is 192.168.5 or something like that one. Okay, then that's the IP of the person that's attacking your site. If you see like a lot of like 429 requests and all of that, and then you see the IP, then you want to grab that IP. And if no, you can add some code to your project so that, you know, it every time that someone hits your endpoint, then it's gonna console out like you know, which IP that person has. Okay, so let's say that you have the IP and you know all of that, right? Okay, so just to make it a little bit easier to understand, I have this, right? So here you have that this is the route that maybe the attacker is trying to hit, which is like API, you know, your site, and then / API, and then my API or something like that. Okay, so let's say this, and then this is the IP. So this doesn't exist, or I just made it up, and then this is your site. Okay, so this is what's happening. Someone is attacking this route. There's like a lot of 429 requests that you're seeing in the logs. You got the IP, you see that the IP is this, the IP that you want to block, and this is your site, right? So then you go here, you go to Firewall, you go to Add New, IP Block, and here you're just gonna put this IP. So you'll put that IP, and then my website is propertylistings.ai.com. I don't use this website, so it doesn't matter. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an IP block rule for this IP. I hope that you can see. So this is the IP of the person that you wanna block, and this is the host, which is your site, right? So I'm gonna create an IP block rule. So once you do that, you scroll down and you'll see that here that you have the IP address, and this is the one that's getting blocked. Okay, so then let's go to Add New. So after you have added the IP, you wanna do rate limit. And what you're gonna do here is you're gonna go to here. So it says request path equals. So then here you have to type the path, and they give you like an example. So I'll just say API, I don't know, my API or something like that, right? And this is the one that I'm gonna, this is the endpoint that I have on my site. And then I wanna go where it says one key IP address here. So you're telling it to block the IP address or to rate limit if someone with that IP address hits that endpoint. So one important thing here is that you don't want to leave just IP address here. You also want to choose user agent. And why is that? Usually user agent refers to the script or the bot that they're using. So you also want to block that, or you want to rate limit your endpoint to people using, you know, like a bot or a script to hit that endpoint. Okay, so you want to click on user agent, And yeah, so now you have two of the things here. So you have IP address, user agent, and then this is what you want to do. When do you want it to happen? When there are too many requests on that endpoint, okay? And yeah, I think that's it. So now if we go here, save rule, okay, you have to give it a name. Okay, so then you get this message, and this message says rate limit pricing, and they're telling you that, they're gonna block the request, and that's for free, but the allowed request, it's gonna be 50 cents per 1 million, but that's 1 million. So you're not gonna get that much. I don't know exactly like if you are gonna get that much, because I don't know if you have like a big site or something like that, but yeah, don't worry about this. Just click on continue, and then you have the custom rule here. So too many requests, rate limit, and then you can also change this for like the deny, the log, the challenge, but this is the one that you want to pick when you get DDoS, okay? Okay, so let me add my IP address off the screen, and then I'll try to access this site, which is my site, and you'll see that I won't be able to access it, okay? Let me do that really quick. Okay, so after you do all the changes, you'll see this here that says review changes. And once you go here, it tells you to publish the changes. So then you wanna, choose publish changes, and then you'll see the changes being applied. So let me do this off screen once again. Okay, so then you'll get this message after you have accepted. And now let me access my site. So right now I'm here, but then I'm gonna try to access it. Let's give it a second. Let's try. And now you'll see this. It says error forbidden, and then this ID. Okay, so that's it for today. Yeah, so like if you get DDoSed, just go to the firewall, try to block the IP. If you don't have the IP from the attacker, try to get it, because that person is gonna keep doing the request. So then just go to your endpoint and then just console log the IP. Okay, so just add some code, and maybe I can show you that later. And yeah, then just go. Here you can add like an IP block, and you can add like a rate limit for that IP, or maybe for all the IPs. And yeah, I think that's it. So like if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.